where it ends. Safe. For a few minutes, anyway. Tough, but I'm used to it.
I almost thought she was one of us.
I've never broken bread with an outland. Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting you to speak.
I met her long. Always stay right.
I've sent a messenger to the claim to let everyone know.
If there's anything you or your clan need for her, I'm glad you're back. I'm at a loss about Ursa. To learn she lives, that seems cruel.
She wouldn't want us to waste time talking. She'd want us to find Derval. She said he raved about smoke darkening the sun. Tell him what you found in his papers.
A letter. It mentioned a shipment of blaze being sent to a warehouse here. Only, it wasn't addressed to Derval. The name was Ayland Forgeman. Does that mean anything to you?
Sounds familiar. Yes, a landlord. The Oseram have been buying up buildings across the city, including one under that name. Let me think. It's by the edge of the mesa, near the temple. It used to be a shop, but it could serve as a warehouse. If Derval used the name as an alias to buy it, he might even be there now.
I'll round up my men.
I'll meet you there.
Errand, wait. Remember that no one hates Derval more than your own tribe. The clans would give up much to obtain him.
Take him alive? So you can haggle over him? You can't be serious!
Our security depends on keeping the peace. If the opportunity presents itself, take him alive. Consider that a command. Aloy, a moment, please. When we spoke, Aaron didn't wish to dwell on the details of Ursa's death. Understandable, of course. But now that they've been left to my imagination, those details are all I can think about. You were there. Did she suffer?
She wasn't worried about her pain. She was worried about her brother. And she was worried about you.
Thank you, Aloy. I suppose I needed to know I was as much on her mind as she is on mine. Find Derval and bring him before me. He will answer for his crimes.
I will. But once this threat to Meridian is dealt with, another one looms. We have to talk about the eclipse.
We will. I promise.
Girl applied to the city yard.
I have a matter of grace and beauty I would like to discuss with you.
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosy.
This is the place. You home, Dervahl? I got a surprise for you.
Or he has a surprise for us.
Is it a bomb? Doesn't look
It's a
too
bomb,
big.
all right. Big enough to kill us.
All right. I'll shut up.
Blaze. It must be leaking from something upstairs. If I try to take it apart, a booby trap will set it off.
That's a lot of blaze.
If that bomb downstairs goes off, it'll be just what Dervahl promised. Smoke will darken the sun as the city goes up in flames. There's gotta be a way to stop it. It looks like a wooden bracket. Not very strong. Help me push this out.
Okay. Brute force, I'm good at that. What'll it do?
Save the city, I hope. But when the blaze falls, run for it. Because the booby trap on the bomb downstairs is gonna get set off.
Will we survive?
Probably not. Now push.
We did it! Dervahl's best shot, and Meridian's still standing.
This isn't over. Dervahl said he'd make a Vought watch.
To do that, he'd have to get into the palace, and that's too heavily guarded.
Get back there, just to be sure. I'm gonna look around. Maybe Dervahl's men left something behind when they planted that bomb.
I got it. Don't worry. If he tries for the palace, he's finished.
Boot tracks, with just a bit of blaze in them. Bet they heard that
Can I
explosion
interest
halfway
you in a
across the
reasonable share of a
Get
lucrative
to the fire
opportunity?
and set up a bucket line!
What happened?
I haven't heard a blast like that since the liberation.
Let's have a chat. No, a colorful discussion.
There's smoke rising from the edge of the mesa. Are we under attack?
The tracks lead inside. Another one of Dervahl's hideouts. This must be where Dervahl assembled the detonator. He tunneled through the... Dervahl did find a way into the palace. Dervahl.
Armor's not enough. Find cover.
Look at you, Avad. The wriggling runt of a maniac king. You robbed me of my right to kill your father, so I'll have to settle for you. I'm going to enjoy watching the Karja burn, even more because you'll be watching with me. Say goodbye to Meridian, Avad. Breathe in the stench, and choke on the ashes. Something's wrong. I didn't hear anything.
There's a bit of smoke rising from the mesa's edge.
No! It should be a firestorm, not some belch from a charcoal burner! What's this? Oh. You must be the Nora who bushwhacked my camp.
And disabled your bomb.
Did you now? Well, bomb or no bomb, I'm gonna splatter that throne with blood. First yours, then Avad's.
Incoming!
You'll have to do better than that, Red. I've led an army. Trolls and ravagers, a savage is nothing. Why does Avad always have his lasers? Can we finish this? I've got a sun god to kill. I've led an army. Killed kestrels and ravagers. A savage is nothing.
Get eyes on him.
I've got a sun god to kill. Why does Avad always have his ladies do the fighting? Why does Avad always have his ladies do the fighting?
Keep the pressure on. Death's coming your way. Don't stop!
It's not over yet, Nora. Any good Oseram tinker will tell you. Always have a third plan.
Never do the work if you can get a machine to do it for you. Ah! Those majestic, murderous flinthawks! I hope you like fighting these things, because there's more in the way. I hope you like fighting these things, because there's more in the way.
Keep quiet now.
Ah! Those majestic, murderous flinthawks! Never do the work if you can get a machine to do it for you. Ah! Those majestic, murderous flinthawks! Never do the work if you can get a machine to do it for you.
Hidden.
I hope you like fighting these things, because there's more in the way. Never do the work if you can get a machine to do it for you. I hope you like fighting these things, because there's more in the way. Ah! Those majestic, murderous flinthawks! Ah! Those majestic, murderous flinthawks! I hope you like fighting these things, because there's more in the way. Never do the work if you can get a machine to do it for you.
As much as I wish Ursa was here to kill you, I don't mind doing it for her.
Go ahead. I'm not afraid. Except that knowing you, Erend, you'll screw it up!
I know what you are afraid of. Going back to Mainspring in chains. Every clan in the claim wants you dead. And they know how to make it hurt. They'll even bid for the privilege.
It's just like you to get someone else to do your killing.
Shut up! You're at the Sun King's mercy now.
Never let anyone say the Carja slack off. As the Sun witnesses, we put our backs in. No, I'm awake and alert. Damn it.
Please, I need a moment to gather myself. I believe Erend wants to speak to you. I need to attend to a few things. Most notably my nerves. I think Erend wants to talk to you.
There are no shadows under the noonday sun. Words to live by. Watch out for you, Ozolan movements.
Aloy. I was just thinking about Ursa. She would have killed Dervahl on the spot. I know it. That's why she went out to meet him in the first place, to put him down. But she also told me to grow up. You gotta admit it burned a little when she said that, but I'm trying to take it to heart. And I guess growing up means putting what you should do in front of what you want to do. Right?
You're asking me? I'm pretty sure you're older.
Yeah, but I don't act like it, do I?
You did with Dervahl.
Don't give me too much credit. Part of me still wants to wait for a quiet moment and wring his neck.
Yeah, but you won't. Because you're a good captain.
Come on, stop. You're gonna make me tear up.
So, after all this, what's next for Erend Vanguardsman?
Heading back to the claim for a while. I'll get in touch with my clan and we'll lay Ursa to rest properly. Like how she would have wanted. And by that I mean less chit-chat, more drinking.
What do you think the Oseram will do to Dervahl?
First off, they'll argue about it for a long time. But whatever they come up with, it won't be quick. I can live with that. In fact, I might just drop by his cell under the sun ring to remind him what's coming.
Well...
I know. You gotta go. Killers to track, machines to master, all before breakfast. You know what? When we met, I thought I was a big shot talking to a pretty girl hidden away in the middle of nowhere. And now I see that I was just lucky to get a minute of your time. Try not to forget about me while you're out there changing the world.
I hate to tell you this after everything you've been through, but there's another fight brewing, and I need your help. Helis and his fanatics are coming for Meridian.
No rest for the weary, huh? Well, don't worry. I'll be there for you.
Don't let your guard down.
Couldn't imagine living anywhere else.
Aloy, to say you have my gratitude feels woefully insufficient. You saved my life. You saved Meridian. And because of you, there will be justice for Ursa's murder. We can mourn her knowing the truth, without painful uncertainty. It's hard to imagine where we'd be without you.
Avad, stop. There's something urgent we have to...
I know, but please, just listen for a moment. I want you to stay in Meridian.
What? Why?
Well, to start with, you kept the city from going up in flames. You're strong, shrewd, capable. I could use someone like you at my side.
Let me get this straight. Your warrior princess is barely cold in her grave, and you're lining me up to take her place?
What? No, sun and shadow, that's not what I meant. All right, I can see how my choice of words came off as presumptuous, but I meant no disrespect. By the sun, this is not how I imagined this conversation would go. Let's just forget this ever happened. You had something urgent to discuss?
Were you and Ursa, you know...
I suppose it's obvious how I feel. How I felt about her. She didn't just give me advice. She gave me strength. But we couldn't be together. Relations between the Karja and Oseram and Meridian were unsteady as it was. The union of the Sun King and an Oseram warrior would have led to open revolt in the city. And probably war with the clans.
Did anyone know?
Only one. Dervahl. He wanted Ursa, but she rejected him. And so jealousy became yet another of his hateful motivations.
What exactly will happen to Dervahl?
For now, he'll languish in one of the old cells under the Sun Ring here in Meridian. As for what happens after we negotiate his extradition to Mainspring, I don't want to think about it. My father was very creative when it came to inflicting suffering. But some Oseram devices surpass even his imaginings. What a waste. Dervahl is a brilliant man. I wonder what he would have accomplished if it weren't for my father's cruelty.
Helis is preparing to attack Meridian. It could come at any time.
By the sun. Wait a moment. I want Murad to hear this.
Aloy, the Sun King tells me that you bring grave news.
Please, tell us what you know.
The Eclipse will attack soon, from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Eren knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy. Allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge of defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the Spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
The battle is about to start.
Let's have a chat. No, a colorful discussion.
Get to cover. Let the soldiers do their jobs.
I've heard an army marches on the gates. Is it true?
Oseram eyes ain't built for this mission.
Protect your city.
An army at the ridge. Save yourselves.
Carja and Shadow have machines with them. Terrible machines. Guard under the last key.
These aren't good.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Only the finest.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Take a look. I'll give you a good
These
price.
aren't goods. They're just
Whereabouts are these guys?
My family might still be alive, and you're going to stand here and do nothing?
Tell me what happened to your family. Maybe I can help.
You're that Nora who saved the Sun King. You'd help my family? Oh, but it may be too late. By the sun, I fear they are all dead by now. I barely escaped alive. Machines. Vicious machines attacked my family's estate. Father sent me to get help.
What kind of machines? Where did they come from?
A Ravager. By the sun, how it cut down those guards, and a pack of Watchers came with it. The Sun King warned us that he could no longer protect freeholds beyond the valley, but Father never saw this coming.
Tell me more about the estate.
My father owns a dozen quarries, and he's put his spoils into the estate. Fine tapestries, custom woodwork, silver fixtures.
But what about the people there?
Of course. Their lives are all that matter. My father and sister, plus a dozen guards and servants. I hope they survived.
I'll see what I can do about the estate.
You will? Oh, thank you. Oh, please, be careful. Those machines are deadly.
Also on guard, blaming their shadows for mistakes.
It's always the ones you least expect that cause you trouble.
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry, I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
We all have our place in the order of things.
Durable violated that contract.
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed, either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
These cards are in their frilled armor.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves the Eclipse.
What does that even mean?
Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Erend. Ursa would be proud.
Only if we win.
Scrabbling a bit.
Some Oseram girl applied to the city guard the other day. Amazing. Man comes. Farming's not just about growing food. Too much Oseram influence the power.
Huh. So you must be Aloy then. I thought there'd be more of you.
More of me.
Thicker, I suppose. More of a gear wheel, less of a ringlet. Don't get me wrong, you're very well struck.
Do all Oseram flirt at the most inopportune times?
Inopportune? Battle hasn't even started yet. Petra Forge woman. I hail from the Free Heap. I'll be heading back in the next dust storm. Murad asked me to check over the city arsenal first. Cannons have aged well, but I've cleared their throats so they can really roar.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. It hits nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow. Range is good. Try the next.
Grab this now. Never know when I might need these. These will keep. ready. Gotta be.
She stood between the assassin and our Sun King.
Glad we got enough rain this year.
Buy what you need, leave the rest.
The Sun King's grown too
Don't
soft.
forget to stock up before...
Oseram influenced the palace. What's he thinking, letting Duval leave?
An army at the ridge. Safe. You'll regret it.
Terrible machines. The enemy is coming, and soon. No.
Boland's apartment. Feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished? How could you sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you? How did you, Rost, after you lost your family? Silence? Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
Ma'am, there are signs from the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not with smoke.
Then what is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
Shadowbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do as she says!
Set loaded! All of you, be ready to fire!
Will the guns hold them back?
We're about to find out. No! Rally the vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns!
He will cut you down!
Not this time!
You have vexed me long enough.
Should have fought me in the sun ring then.
Why do you fight?
Accept it. Accept your weakness.
You will not escape the shadow.
Locked again.
Only endless night awaits. Meridian must run red to be cleansed.
Take them down!
If the Deathbringers keep firing, this bridge will go. Locked again. Can't take much more of this. He's quick. It's giving way!
What are you before the terror of the sun?
The one who will take you down!
I am chosen. You came from nothing. You will die on nothing.
Blocked again.
A savage cannot understand destiny. Your fate was set. Die beneath the sun.
It's giving way!
You have vexed me long enough.
Should have fought me in the sun ring then.
What are you before the terror of the sun?
The one who will take you down!
I am chosen. You came from nothing. You will die on nothing. A savage cannot understand destiny. Your fate was set. Die beneath the sun! to be.
was meant to be healers. You made it happen. Followed your orders, butchered so many, and for what? To die on your knees, used like a pawn by a power you don't even understand.
You pity me?
Your face to the sun.
Raise arms again! West!
Okay, no more sneaking.